We now return to Tropico 6. Right. So I've had a look around, as I usually do, and I've noticed that most of these places all have just a ton of stuff still in them, waiting to be moved. So I think first thing I need to do here is start upgrading this and get these people moving. I'm also going to get rid of this fort. These are expensive things. And, it's nice to have enough military to help out here, but right now it's not doing what we need it to do, and it's just taking up so much money, and as well as 8 jobs here. Another thing, I've got just an absolute buttload of people that are working up here and not enough housing. I calculated that I would need housing for 111 people, and this little bit here is absolutely inadequate for that. So we'll be adding some more housing up here. Also, I have way too many ranches right now going towards cattle, and I'd like to diversify for the sake of industry. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to move this tannery up here. Try not to spend all my money at once here. And we'll just get that right there. Okay. Next, let's go ahead and demolish this thing. I was considering moving it, but again, it's just, I don't know. I can't turn it off, so I can't get these people out of here unless I just fire them and turn the budget all the way down. It's just, I think at this point we're better off trying to go towards this base, army base. So let's just go ahead and get rid of this. And what else? Okay. I want to work towards getting cannery. The cannery is going to require electricity. So instead of that, we need to look at something else for industry. Now, I do have an edict here for industrialization that cuts the costs of industry buildings by 50%. It is going to cost me 10 grand to implement, however, which means it's really only worthwhile if I plan on putting down a bunch of this stuff all at once. And right now I don't see that as being totally viable, which is really unfortunate because they are super expensive. I'd really love to put down that cannery, but it's not actually as cheap just because of the electricity requirements. We're going to have a power plant, which itself is hyper expensive. It's just kind of a mess right now. And another thing I'd like to do, because I've been looking at some of these houses and looking at the people and where they work, like they are way out here. So I would like to maybe start moving away some of these old houses and whatnot, and get them, closer to their jobs and start upgrading as well. So I was looking at these housing quality. Yeah, the housing quality here. The housing quality of the flop house is 38 versus the bunkhouse at 32. So it's only slightly, as it says, slightly higher. But for less space and more people, I can put down 2 flop houses and eliminate 3 of the bunkhouses, which means that this entire 6-house thing here could be done in 2 rows of some of these flop houses. So I think we're going to start doing some of that. So, let's see, this is going to cost me what? It's going to cost me a lot. I would also very much like to get more industry. I'm going to move some more industry. We're going to need a lot of the ranch stuff. I was thinking of putting a couple ranches here for like sheep. I think that's actually a pretty good place. Yeah, so we'll get some wool and some milk going there. But I want to go up here, and where I can do that is here by putting a tunnel coming in here and then popping out here, and then we can start utilizing this plateau, because otherwise we can't get up to it. So let's get into it. I need to put in some houses up here. I'm going to put in 2 of these flop houses. I also eventually want to put a clinic up here, which is going to require... Okay, so let's actually put the flop houses like this, because I'm going to need, for the clinics, I'm going to need, first of all, more people. So why don't we do that? That's even more money gone. But they are going to be of well-off quality. So I'm going to need another well-off house right here to sustain that. Okay, I'll wait until those are built, and then I will eliminate this one, and this one. So let's go. Let us hope we start getting some more sales here real quick. I should have, in hindsight, I should have had this all prepped and ready to go during the colonial era. I should have had all of my farm industry and all that ready to go. Had 2 farms of each, and then when I got to the World War era, gone straight into industrializing. I actually did find some hints and some guidelines, and apparently you want to do like a doubling ratio for each level of industry. So, you know, if we're doing tobacco, we need 2 tobacco plants. If we were doing like, I don't know, I assume, okay, so it processes planks, yeah. So we would want, 1 shipyard, 2 lumber mills, and 4 of the what is it, logging camps. So basically every level you go, you need to double the base level. And that's going to be a lot of stuff, but thankfully we have a ton of room here. I'm just going to have to start moving and shifting communities in the proper directions to make that all work. I guess whilst we're here, why don't we go ahead and... no, we're losing money. I need to make money first. But I would like to eventually maybe get a dock over here. If I'm going to be building up here, I want a dock over there so we have short movement. And then I want to get this teamster moved closer to here. For the cannery, I'll have more fishing stuff, so I'd like to have that here. But I get one over there, and then I'll get another one close by here. So we'll end up having 4 teamsters' offices just in this area. Okay, it's going to take 4... What? Wasn't that 18,000? That's 18,000. Oh, Jesus. Why am I selecting so many of these? No wonder we're not making any money. Alright, I've also noticed that we are going dramatically over towards the Axis side of things, because I keep selecting those for exports. So I'd like, if I could potentially find something, to instead go towards... Shit. Okay. Go towards the Allied exports. Start building up some benefits with them. Unfortunately, we're looking at industrialized stuff, so I could sell bananas. I do have bananas. Otherwise, we'd be looking at, well, planks, but I don't have that open right now, so I'd have to rebuild that. Rum would be great. Shellfish would also be good. You know what? Okay, we'll sign the contract for this. The way I'm going to get shellfish, though, I've got to come over here and I've got to upgrade them, which actually isn't too expensive, so... But at 0.25, it's going to take forever to get that done. Did those get built? They are getting built now, so we're just going to straight up demolish these. And hopefully that will force people now to move closer to their jobs. Did we get people? Good, we got people. Okay, so hopefully that'll start pushing us closer to the healthcare happiness. It does not seem to be, which continues to worry me. Do I just get another clinic? I hate every time I get some money, I have to blow it again. But I think that's probably the best idea. Right now we see that these clinics are full all the time. So we definitely need 2 just for down here. But I would like to separate each community as well with their own amenities. So, like, eventually I'll want to have, you know, maybe a grocery store or a chapel. All the basic stuff that people need to be within each of these little communities here. These are already full. Yeah, we're going to need a ton more housing. In fact, I probably should put it up here. So I guess with that in mind, let's do this one. 3,000 buccarinos. And actually, hold on a minute. Let me cancel that. I need to make sure that, just for my own sake, that's the front. Gotta let this thing go so the rubble clears. There. Jeez. Okay, clinic. Up here. Housing. We need the well-off housing. We should do an actual house. I don't know, back garden probably. And then I guess I'll just put a garden there or something. Actually, maybe I could put this here and then put a garden out front. How about we do that? These aren't too expensive, right? 25 bucks. There you go. Nice little park right out front. Kind of off-put this thing. Well measured. What are we doing here? The more the better. Increases efficiency by 50%. Pollution is increased by 100%, and upkeep is increased by 100%. Yeah, we're not going to be doing that. Decreases consumption of hides. That would probably be a grand idea, seeing as how we have so many. But that's not viable right now. Right, so next thing I need to be doing, before we go doing more construction, I need to upgrade this stuff. $2,500. Maybe I can afford to wait. Let's wait until the next payday. See, the problem is this game actually punishes you for rapid development just because you don't have that base there starting out. But you know, you kind of need to get going and make some profit. You're timed on a lot of these things. Then I'm going to have to hire people, college-level people, which is going to be another 1,400 bucks. Foreign aid, that's good. Alright, let's use that foreign aid to some effect, shall we? I could do an esthetization, that's, again, a lot of money. Now, let's focus on the first things first. So we need you, second shift. How are we doing for people, by the way? A lot of homeless now, okay, and a lot of unemployed. Okay. So the homeless situation could be tied to this, or I could just put a bunch of people up here. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Now that we've got some of that money, let's put people into... It's 19,000. Shit. Still isn't really going to work out for me, is it? And this, where is it? Power plant, that's going to be 18,000. And that's actually high school level people. Do those people have problems finding jobs? There's one college level, okay. Unemployed, that's what I'm looking for. High school level. So, for a lot of money, I could build that power plant. Alright, you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Probably going to regret this, but it requires 6 people to be fully efficient. Okay, what do we actually need? If we can focus maybe on education first, because I can build that right now. Let's do that first. That's actually going to be cheap. We'll get that. We'll get our own school. Yeah. See, people still want to live down here. That's a problem. So what I can do is tear out these homes and build some new homes for them. God, I hate moving you just over here for 500 bucks, but you're in my way right now. Okay. So let's continue forward here.
I don't want to alarm you, but I'm going to need a rather...
Yeah, it's not going to work. Alright. Then we're going to build a high school. Then we'll look into tearing some of these down because these people need homes. They need homes over here too. But yeah, we'll get our own educated workforce going here. Let's look at what you do. General education, that's the only option. Okay, that's the only option. Never you mind then. Alright. Low on the monies again. I have to wait. God, I'm losing so much money. But despite all that, even the balance going up, and this healthcare deal just is not going up. We're not going to make it. This pisses me off. What are you doing? You're off getting the Hagia Sophia, yes, of course. Alright, let's come back and look in this. I need people to come in, and they're just not. They're not approaching here. Is there anything I can do to make them? So we gotta come up with some other tricks here. And I don't know if that's going to be increasing wages and the service quality. Service quality and all that stuff, I think, is just tied to happiness. That's not what we really... Well, I guess, okay, it is healthcare happiness. Alright, well, fine. I apparently already did that one. That is fine. I've got to get this done, because this was one of my campaign promises. So that has to be done there. Alright, what else? Right, we're building homes. So if I knock out all of this, I can make 2 rows there. Because it's 18 people apiece. Fuck, where's housing? Yeah. Alright, so we'll knock out this whole district right here. It's going to make a lot of people homeless for a while. But get some of that out of here. We can upgrade some of the housing quality. Hopefully that will be a little bit better. You know what? I'm also going to move you out of the way, maybe? Actually, it looks like we could start doing some of that here. Looks like we're having people in need. Yeah, let's move you out of the way. There goes all my money again. It's gone up a little bit. A little bit is not enough. And we're out of money again. But we did it. Alright. I got nothing for that, so that's great. Down you go again. Just fulfill the promise. I got nothing out of it. Fantastic.
Do any of these offers look good to you?
No. Alright. These are being built back up. I'm hopeful that we can get these people back into something else. What else? We still got a lot going on there. Should I just turn this off as well, maybe? Well, first of all, still many more homeless people, but yeah, we've also got something that just got built. Oh, okay. So that one, that'll be 9. No. Now, why does it say... Why does it say there's 65 homeless? Oh, okay, because of families. So, yeah. And they're all presumably in the poor range. Pretty much. We got a few well-offs that are having some troubles as well. So we should probably consider that. And You know, this an apartment would probably help us out right now. In that regard. How big are those? Alright. That's doable. I don't want to get that too close to that. I guess we could put it over here. What I guess I need to know, let's actually dig in here. Not you. Well off. Okay, we got criminals. That's actually something I need to be looking at as well, and that I have not been looking at. Special citizens. We got a lot of criminals right now. Before I go spending more money on that, we definitely need to get a jail down at some point. Alright. So, okay. Let's see. How much is the jail gonna cost me? Dungeon is 3,000. And we're looking at another 3,000 there. That will house those people. And then we're going to need poor. So we're looking at what, like 4 more houses? Which, right there. That'll work for me, actually. But again, maybe it would be better off up here. We still don't have enough people up here. So let's actually get one more flop house here. And, oh, we probably need one there. Because they're starting to live over here, so why not get that right by the stinky whatevers. Okay, so we'll get 2 more now. Which I'm kind of looking at maybe right there. Where do these people that aren't criminals work? Toy workshop, plantations, the high school, Teamster's office, ranches, and the clinic. So they're all pretty much in town here, which in that case, where would this fit nicely? Go right there to fill in that back spot, or right there. Just looking at where that road is going to connect. You know what? Let's go ahead and put this right here. Because that is pretty central to the toys, and assuming the plantation's out here and all that stuff. So, okay, let it go. Now it's all about the education. And the high school is full.
Set sail for booty once more.
Did we get it? What is that under... I guess they probably have to come back to me, right? Okay, next big expenditure is going to be the getting towards industry. Getting the housing situation taken care of, but that's not a lot. That's not a lot. I need to wait for another ship.
Now, I don't want to alarm you, but I'm going to
I just need more money in my account. Aren't there supposed to be more? I guess it's... okay. We have to start fulfilling his deals there, too. Otherwise, I'm not going to get the money. What are we doing for... okay, we got unemployed. We've got some high school level unemployed, so hopefully we'll get that factory going. Oh, well, there's the power plant, but... see, now we've got a ton of vacant homes. So they must have been waiting for these. Yeah, I don't know. The dungeon. The dungeon's the next thing. God damn, I need to get the dungeon, and then we can go into the industry. But with all the money that I'm losing... Alright. Alright. Now it's dungeon time. Where do I want to put this? I guess I could stuff it in the back sides here. Would it go here? It's not a very big building. It actually would go that way. Doesn't look like it has a front. I mean, I'd prefer it to be to the front if I could get it, but it does not look to be. Alright. Well, I mean, this is just kind of a rural area out here. I mean, the whole damn island is rural, so it's not really going to hurt anything to have it out here, I guess. Kind of out of the way. Alright. What are, before I put that down, what other enables you to arrest people, keep them, okay. It doesn't seem to have, I'm sure it has negative impact, but it doesn't seem to have any obvious negative impact. So we'll go ahead and put it right there. Get that done, and then we can go arrest some of these people. With whom, I do not know. I would assume it'd be the military. I'll have to get that police station unlocked. Alright, slow you down. Oh my. Okay, so we can have 8 people. Let's go to Convict Labor. Decreases efficiency by 30, but gives me money. We have... I imagine that that is more useful the more people you have, and since we have about 6, right? No, not so much anymore. Interesting. Well, regardless, we should be making money off of them, because otherwise it's going to be a little too much. So we'll do Convict Labor and go find these people.
You look kind of familiar.
Arrest? Cost me money to arrest these people? Crying out loud, you can't do anything in this game.
Hola. So good to see you.
So it's interesting. I wonder where these criminals go. I guess maybe it's probably just because you offer them a place to live and a job, and then they, naturally they will go back. And I just noticed that these churches are all backwards. These chapels are all backwards. Because, the bell, you'd think, would be in the front, but whatever. How long do people stay in jail anyway? I don't know that. It seems kind of like it's indefinite. We've also got some research here. Lots of research points. Let's get ready for a police station. Let's do wealth tax as well. Not that we're going to have too many of them. And... building permits, increased... No. Labor policy. Let's look at labor policies. Life's work, start out at 14, decrease life expectancy by 5 years, decrease job quality. Default state, and lowers the requirement age to 5 years. Increases job quality of each workplace by 5 years. That could be interesting. Then what do we have here? Theocracy. Religious buildings emit crime safety. Decrease global liberty by 10 and tourism by 5, but it increases religious faction by 10. Default state, and otherwise we increase efficiency of education and research buildings by 50%, disables religious buildings. Okay. So we could be doing those. Where's research? We could be doing those just to have them unlocked, which would give me kind of an excuse to redo this and maybe allow all citizens to vote. We don't have an issue with rebels, though. Where the hell do you even see that? I mean, rebel threat is low, but we're not even seeing any rebels. So that's, something I'm not entirely sure I need to worry too much about. What else do we have here? State loans. You receive a loan of $50,000 and then you need to repay. That might actually be good, now that I think about it. If I do a state loan, take out a bunch of industry using the edict of, cutting it in half, I could potentially build up my industrial sector in a hurry. It's just the owing the money. We're not doing so well in that. So that could just be a problem. Is this an available square? It is not. Dang it. like to add a little beautification. Now, what does that do? Residential occupancy. I don't see anything about that. Okay, what does it actually do though? Increases beauty, but what does I would imagine it increases happiness, but in what way specifically? Can we see what's being affected by? No. Because my whole idea for this central plaza was to fill it in with parks, which I imagine would make this very nice, you know, aside from the fact you've got mines literally right there in the middle of downtown. I'm hoping that they go away. It's going to be a long time before they go away. Okay, well, I've noticed also I have a ton of buildings just not making me any money. Like, they are just costing me money, and all they are there for is the happiness. So maybe I've been doing this wrong the whole time, where you really should wait to focus on the happiness of your people, and just maybe, you know, clamp down with a couple forts and guards when the people come. Oh yeah. Well, in order to do this effectively, I'm going to need at least one more lumber mill. In fact, I'm already short a lumber mill because of the toy factory, even though it's got enough logs in it. So maybe we could get away with one more lumber mill. How much is that going to cost me? It's not that. Logging camp is cheap. Super cheap. So cheap, let's put it down. Well, I mean, should I build a road to it, or would it be better here? And another thing, too, you know, it does have this radius, and it says that it will plant trees, but it says that it will plant trees that you take. So it doesn't, I don't know that it is necessarily, you know, reforesting an area. If it is, then that would be fantastic. But I don't know that that's necessarily what's going on. Regardless, let's do a logging camp. Put that down. And then I got to rebuild this thing, which is going to cost me a ton. But let's at least get that going. Homeless citizens are fine because of the massive amount. Yeah, like, you guys are homeless. You're working in the toy workshop. Which plantation are you working in specifically? Actually, let's look at that, and that'll tell me where your job is. Except I can't zoom out now. Damn it. The game has some problems with the interface. Right, homeless. You work at the plantation. Show me the plantation. Fuck!
May I just squeeze past, please?
Why can't I get this to open up for me?
Okay. May I help you?
Okay, you are in this chapel. This is Hoffman is who I'm looking for.
I
You.
am sorry, not today, please.
Plantation. What plantation do you work at? Not that one. You work over here. Okay. So having a well-off house over here would be beneficial, I guess. What could I do here? I could do a lot of housing around here. That's kind of why I've been keeping this space open, is for housing in there. We see that we actually need it. You are broke. You work at the plantation, which means you would be poor. So I could at least make some more housing here. But this thing should be... It's not even full. So I want to know who the person complaining about the toy factory... See, both of you work at the toy shop. And you live in a shack. You live in this shack. Why wouldn't you just move down the street? Let's force them to move down the street. Maybe they'll pick it up. I wish I'd actually looked at their names before I did that to them. Just because I want to see if they do. The Diaz. Okay. Let's let this run for a little bit. See if they take up residence over here. They do. Okay, good. You just gotta force these people do the smart thing sometimes. Alright, alright. Yeah, so this is constantly
Citizens
actually
are
running out of
demanding
this.
elections, Presidente. It seems that they want a choice in how they are ruled. So
Okay.
selfish.
I will deliver an amazing speech. We're at a very good position right now. We will acknowledge... Ooh. But look at this. Look what we managed to do with faith and fun and all this stuff. Faith right now is the big one. We'll acknowledge that. We will praise... I guess we could praise the religious faction, seeing as how it's the lowest. And they still, I think, are the biggest faction. Can I look at that? I cannot. We'll blame no one, and we will promise nothing this time. Because I don't want to have to rush, and it's gonna... If I do this with the religious thing, it's gonna make me, you know, build a cathedral or something, and I really can't do that, so... We're in a good position. Oh yeah, I should probably change you. We've changed how we look here.
Your prosperity is my honor.
I gotta wait until he's done talking.
Solidarity is my faith, and I gracefully accept
So
your
who's
love.
out here
You
getting these
are
people?
my Tropico.
Oh, okay, you got him.
Your Presidente does not ignore your faith. You need places to pray, to confess
good,
your
good.
sins, and to nap before Holy Communion.
A few opportunities came up. Nothing illegal. Well, nothing that can be proven to break any
How much does
laws.
this cost? 10 grand, right? Yeah. We really need to do that. Oh, look at... Now it's giving me good stuff. What the hell? Like, this one hasn't even... We haven't even done any of it. Do we even have shellfish? We got a little bit. Yeah, God. I'm gonna need more. I don't suppose we have... We do have some unemployed. How much are in here? 5? So one more fishing hut down here would be good. How much is it? I mean, God, I could cancel it. It would only reduce 5 on that. Are they the ones that want... They are the one that wants coffee, though, so we could get it back. Could I do... I've got 2 coffee plantations. I could probably do this. Alright, that's worth it. That's worth it. Cancel the contract. Come right back round. We'll go for coffee at... oh boy. Probably got a lot of leather too, but let's do something productive. It sucks now that they're splitting the tobacco thing, but at least they're doing it. At least now we're actually getting somewhere with it. When that pays off, hopefully it'll be worth a lot. But I'm thinking good things from this, so that will be worth my while there. And just look, we've gone back to balanced, so that's perfectly okay. Okay, the final thing we're going to do this episode, come in here and... Presidente, who's now bravely walking amongst his people. It's not... Let's see, what kind of outfit do we have available now? This is the World Wars era. Should we go back to the default? Should we go to the soldier? Banana Republic? No, some of these are just stupid. These look really bad. What even is this? I mean, I guess. Oh god, I didn't even notice the shorts. And on his back? Swag. Man, I really wish I could have had like the Pirates of the Pharaoh, the Roman Emperor. Alright. Go to the Mafia, go to the Modern Businessman, go to the default. Sure, you know what? We'll go to the default. Go to hat. I mean, okay. Can I change the color of it? I can change the color of this. Give him just a little bit of a different look? Sure, why not? I realize the look here is dubious, given the whole, that's not what I want. Given the whole fact that we are allied with the Axis. Pencil mustache. Yeah, let's go with the pencil stash. Make him look like the guy from the one game that I didn't finish. I can't even remember what it's called. Fantastic. Oh boy, we're picking everyone from the Axis to look like here. Give him some Tojo glasses. Sure. Presidente. Give him a little bit of a different look here. Although I don't know why he's... Oh, whatever. Okay. There you go, sir. Alright. 99% approval rating. I am not worried about this election at all. God, the meteorite, really, that was definitely a godsend. That was what helped push me back up and over. And, okay, so we need to definitely mine and grocery store. The grocery store is paying not enough, so they're going to be under the poor. We need to do that. We need to get back in to putting down some housing. Like I said, I think I can... But see, like, why, though? We have tons of open housing. Tons of open housing. I wish I could more easily see where the open housing is without having to dig into that. Like, yeah, like... Should I just... Because you're at the mine, which is right here, and you're at the grocery, which is right here. You know what? Force you maybe to move into one of these vacancies. Game is kind of stupid in that regard. You work at the circus and you work at the circus. Okay, fair enough. We don't have housing over here. But if I build some more housing, hopefully that'll take care of that. Unemployed, you work at plantation. Right here. Okay, so again, more housing in that area. That'll get people where they need to go. Okay. Well... I'm constantly spinning my wheels, shoring up where I kind of went too far in the first phase, and yeah, I've stymied myself and I'm a little behind. But hopefully, you guys live in the flop house. So who lives here? Why are you working at the newspaper? The rum distillery, that's way on the other side of... What are you doing? Why are you living here? I guess because one spouse works at the ranch, one spouse works at the plantation, and then everyone else just takes the bus. Alright. Well, anyway, I guess it's time to end this one here. I will see you next time.